Next up, Arizona State's Montana Warren set to start for Shamari Simmons against Texas. The Arizona State Sun Devils are used to being the underdog and overcoming obstacles. So they're heading into the January 1 Peach Bowl against heavily favored Texas, 12-2, in a familiar position. The Sun Devils, 11-2, come in as Big 12 champions, winning 6 straight games. Texas is the SEC runner-up, having lost the conference title game to Georgia, but was favored in the college football playoff quarterfinal by 13.5 points as of Friday night. The latest hurdle ASU is facing is the absence of a key player. Senior nickel Shamari Simmons will have to sit out the first half after being assessed a targeting foul in the second half of the Big 12 championship game against Iowa State earlier this month. ASU head coach Kenny Dillingham exhausted all appeal channels, so Simmons will be relegated to role of spectator for 2 quarters, with his spot in the starting lineup to be filled by redshirt freshman Montana Warren. Simmons, who has 70 tackles and forced 3 fumbles, is taking the setback in stride. He was one of 4 ASU defensive standouts who met with the media Friday ahead of the Peach Bowl. The team will depart for Atlanta on Sunday. "God always has a plan," Simmons said, "and I just feel like his plan right now is just basically showing who Montana Warren is to the world. He's going to be a great defensive back for Arizona State for a long time coming. Montana always when I'm on the sideline, like when I'm starting and Montana is on the sideline, he does a great job of just telling me what he sees on the sideline. I've just got to be that for this first half. I'm excited to see him play." Warren, one of many players on the ASU roster from Texas, has seen some action in all 13 games. He came to ASU as a true freshman in 2023, but sustained a shoulder injury at Camp Tontozona and missed the balance of last season. ASU had big leads in its past 2 games, so Dillingham used his second-teamers for much of those second halves. Warren has also played on special teams and had a big play moment against Central Florida, returning a blocked punt 46 yards for a touchdown. Safety Xavier Alford is the leader in the back end of the defense and has no doubt Warren will rise to the occasion. It's not the first time the team has dealt with the scenario. When the Sun Devils faced Utah, they were without not 1, but 2 starters from targeting calls in the previous game. ASU prevailed 27-19, giving up only 9 points during the first half when they were down 2 players. Caleb McCullough subbed for linebacker Keyshawn Elliott in that one and finished with 12 tackles and 2 interceptions. Quite a game for an understudy. "This team, we just don't flinch no matter what happens, getting down in games, losing a key player," said Alford, one of 6 players on the ASU roster who were in the Texas program at one time. "Regardless of what it is, we just have that next man or next thing mentality. We've been dealing with adversity all year, and we've been able to overcome it in our own ways. Credit to the whole staff. All the way throughout the whole off-season, spring ball, fall camp, they put us in chaos situations so we know how to respond. Everything about the off-season was about responding and finishing games. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, and finish is a big word in our program." The Sun Devils will be facing a Texas offense that ranks 6th among all FBS programs in total offense, 494 IP. The Longhorns are averaging 202 yards through the air and 292 on the ground. Defensive coordinator Brian Ward said Warren has been working with the first team in practices, so he can get more work than he would have if he was still with the Tours. "I'm excited about Montana," Ward said. "We've been excited about him since the moment he stepped on campus. Now's the time for him to show what he can do. He's more than ready. He's been ready most of the year. It's just the other three safeties have played such a high level of football and have played such outstanding football, and he's played some nickel for us, he's played some free. Whenever he's come in, he's been very consistent, very stable for us. We expect him to be that presence next Wednesday.